Another day, another project. I'm down here at the ranch. I've got the 8N with me, and my goal this morning is to get under this overhang here with the 8N and get all of this old manure out of here as much as I can get. Basically get it to the point where it's ready for sand or gravel or whatever I end up bringing back in here to build this back up. But first I need to get all of this junk out of here. After I get done with this little project, I got to run back home and I need to mill a bunch of rice for the pigs because I am out of the last batch of feed for them. So I need to mill that rice so that I've got something to give them this afternoon. Got a lot of things to do today, so I think we better get started. That's what's going on today on Farmer Tyler Ranch. I'm starting to get a pretty good pile here. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say maybe 10-ish manure spreader loads. So I don't think that's gonna get me over very much ground. But still, you know, 10 loads sounds like a pretty good amount. I'm sure it's gonna be difficult to see this on camera, but I'm actually getting a lot deeper here than I want to. From what I can tell, I have not hit that gravel base yet, and it just keeps going. So I don't have my shovel here right now. I accidentally threw that in the side-by-side this morning. So I'm not sure how much further down it is to get to the gravel, but I think I'm just gonna stop here because we're already, I'd say, close to a foot and a half below where I want ground level to be. So that is just gonna be so much fill dirt that I'm gonna have to bring in here already. If I go any deeper, it's just gonna make it all that much worse. But the good thing is that I think I've got most of this out of here. I mean, definitely the majority of it. Still got a bunch of this stuff built up on the edges here, and I'm having a difficult time figuring out how I'm gonna get that out. I might try to pull the loader in and sort of drag it back, or I might just get in here with the shovel and do it the hard way. As I was kind of messing around out here though, I had to laugh because I found one of Grandpa's old Olympia beer cans. Who knows how old this is? They haven't sold Olympia beer for years, as far as I know. At least I've never seen it in the store. I think the next step is box scraper, and the next step after that is fill dirt. Well, let's run this girl home and move on to the next thing. I'm back here at the house now, and I've got this Hammermill all loaded up with rice and ready to go. So there's nothing left to do but to do it. After grinding the rice, we can take it from looking like this to like this. Why go through all the trouble to do this? Why not just buy bagged food? Well, I save a ton of money doing it this way. You can get bulk grain like this for pennies on the dollar compared to what you would spend for it at a feed store. And if you can grind it up yourself like this and make it easier for the animal to chew and digest, you're ahead of the game. So I've been giving them a full bucket of ground rice and then about a half a bucket of soybean meal, or maybe a little less. Yeah. And that's about what they need. You agree? Is that good? These pigs are pretty good size and they're actually growing quite well now. I think that they're going to be a little over finished by the time the butcher gets them. Their appointment is not until the end of December, so we've still got over 2 months, closer to 3 months for these guys. So they ought to be plenty big by then. Fast forward a couple days, we're back down here at the little manger, and I think this is about as good as it's going to get. I could probably pull some more material out of here, but man, we're just getting so deep. Off camera, I've done a little bit of work with the box scraper and with the shovel. And I think we're to the point now where it's time to start bringing in some fill dirt to get this built back up to where I want it. Some of you may remember my friend and neighbor up the road that I rent the winter pasture from named Max. He was generous enough to bring me 4 dump trailer loads of this nice river bottom sand. And that's what I'm going to use to fill in that low spot there by the manger. What's nice about this sand is that it really never gets muddy, and I think it's going to make a really nice place for these calves to stand while they're eating. I feel like a lot of this video is just me and the tractor pulling in here and either putting material down or taking material out. So I don't think I really need to show you guys in great detail me spreading this sand out, but I will throw in a quick montage right here. And it's basically that, over and over and over again until we get this. Things are looking a lot different in here now. Man, there's a lot of dirt. I've tried to water this down as much as I can in an effort to sort of get it to pack, but honestly, just watering it is not going to be enough. This is a little bit too soft for a tractor right now. So what I'm thinking the thing to do here is to go get the side-by-side. It's a little bit lighter, four-wheel drive, and we'll just sort of back that back and forth in here as many times as I can until this starts to firm up a little bit. And at that point, I'm hoping that I can get one of these tractors in here. The New Holland would be perfect, but now that I've got all this dirt in here, I think it's too tall. I don't think it's going to fit anymore. So it's going to have to either be the 8N or the Jubilee. So you can see I used almost all of that dirt. It doesn't really look like it when you look at the manger, but here's the proof right here. I've got a little pile left here, which is good, because after I get that area packed down as well as I can, I'm just gonna have to sort of give it a visual evaluation and see if there's any low spots. I've got a little bit left here that I can fill it in. So now I need to go trade the 8N for the side-by-side, but before I do that, I'm gonna drop this bucket right here, put the hay spear on, and I need to throw a round bale to these butcher steers. Well, as you can see, we're having a clearance issue with the side-by-side as well, so I'm gonna have to figure something else out here. I'm not really sure what, and it's late enough in the day where I feel like it is no longer gonna be today's problem, because I've got some other things that I still need to do. One of those is feed cows, because we have reached the time of year where the pasture is just not able to keep up with them anymore, and I need to supplement them with a little bit of hay. I'm going to be feeding out in the field with these small square bales instead of the round bales for a couple of reasons, but the main one is that I just never had time to make a bale unroller, and trying to distribute one round bale out in the field so that all of the cattle could get equal access to it would actually be a lot more work than just grabbing a few of these small squares and throwing them off the back of the tractor. Well, I think those cows are a lot happier now. They're always happy to see that tractor coming out into the field. Today was a busy day, but man, I got a lot of things done that have been needing to get done. This manger, I honestly was hoping that this would be done by now, because I'm gonna have to wean those calves here in another 3 weeks probably, and it'd be nice if this was done already. I think I can still get it done in time, but it's really gonna be pushing it. Now that the groundwork is done, all that's left to do is to, you know, dig holes, set posts, and start welding pipe, and this thing will be ready for cows. But for now, I think I need to see where those girls ran off to, and we need to all get home and eat some dinner. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, and I hope I'll see you again on Farmer Tyler Ranch.